Good morning after the evening before, and good night to all of you that are tuning in, or will tune in, or have already tuned in. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now. Anyway, no, we haven't quite finished yet. We're just out of Eurovision, so I thought today I'd do a Eurovision song contest type stamp contest. I did enjoy it actually. I didn't stay up for the scoring, but when I woke up this morning and I heard who'd won, I thought it was what a voice! Oh my life! What a song! What a voice! What a crescendo! What an ending! Fantastic. That was Austria, I believe, and Israel came second. So I think Britain, Royal Muni, came 19th, or such like. Did quite well. So we've sort of tried to, well, I've tried to gather it together a little bit. You know, the usual suspects, Adolf the Mouse and people and stamps, and, you know, we've turned the word around. It's not clever, it's not particularly funny. Eurovision stamp contest, yeah. But it's another one. We're on our way to filling this book. Not sure how many, there's a few left yet. So we'll see what happens. Of course, there was also the FA Cup final yesterday, which was quite an event. I listened to that on the radio. And you don't want to hear me talking about what I did. You want to get onto the stamps, don't you? But there's always something out there. There's always a piece of news that you can pick up on and swap a word. the FA stamp. What about that? Anyway, maybe for another time. So we'll get to stamps. And again, I've delved into a box which a good friend of mine, Ian, has given me. So I thought we'd have a look at some early commemoratives, duplicates, all UK. I will get back to world, etc. But we'll have a look what's in here and see if there's anything that stands out and that I can... Well, I can use all. Actually, that's quite nice. Radar. What I'm looking for is cancels, and I'm looking for Antarctica. I'm looking for. Yeah, that's probably it. What's this? Sheffield. 9:30 a.m. Wow. 9:30 a.m. on that particular date, and it commemorates radar. Yes, I can see that. So what we'll do is we'll go through the stamps and just have a little look, see what we can learn about Britain, what Britain has been focused on over the years. 4D, so before 1969, Queen Elizabeth and Robbie Burns, probably Scotsman, Scottish writer, poet. International Botanical Congress, maybe? Yes, well, it's flowers, isn't it? So it has to be botanical. You know, it's not puritanical. So, yeah, look at the picture and then it helps you with the reading after Peter. These actually, they are the Queen's, all Queen's heads of a certain style. Don't know the name of this particular style. Should do, shouldn't I? Fourth bridge, and ironically there are 4 stamps. Spelt incorrectly, of course, because fourth and fourth is, you know what it is. The Lister centenary. He was to do with medicine and cleanliness. Cleanliness with treatments. Lister. Saved billions of lives, probably. The viaduct, in other words, going over water. 1965 stamp, 1 shilling and 9pence. Ooh. Which today would be, well, 5p is a shilling. You can't even get there, can you? Wow, nice green fields. This green and pleasant land. Probably not, I don't know really. Well, as it's D, it must be Must be pre. And here we have Lister Centenary antiseptic. That's the word. Antiseptic surgery. So instead of just diving in there, Lister came up with the idea of going in there clean, clinically clean. There's a difference. So yes, doctors would wash blood off from the previous patient and go to the next one. But Lister was interested in a solution that removed every germ before going in there. So you're not transferring germs into someone who's already sick. Another fourth Bridger, 1964. So we get some dates out. Oh, I do need this one. There's a little kink in it there, so I don't mind stealing this one. Work of art, also Christmas maybe. So I'll keep that to one side for moi, for my needs. I have needs, and that is one of them. This may also be arty. And we've got, I'm not sure if these are co-joined. I think they are. 1, 2, I'll just... yeah, so we got... Oh, Peter, you're better than that. This may need separate... I don't like to separate things that are living peaceably in the wild. But here we've got, I think it's artwork. Stubbs, yeah, he was the horse artist. I'll keep it out. I may have to return it to that box because I don't like splitting them. National productivity. I think also at that time, all the, the West and the East were certainly interested in productivity. It's still post-war. There's still austerity. And the East had that 5-year plan, didn't they? And we had presumably national productivity. I loved these as a kid. 1066 and all that, probably brought out in the year 1966, so those were great stamps. And also there were the World Cup stamps. So it was a fantastic time to start stamp collecting, and it caused stamp collecting, I think, because there were such British iconic stamps that stirred the heart of every English boy. What have we got here? I think we've got Christmas again. It's a lovely stamp. It will be kept by me. Here we have a good condition one. So I'll keep the dinked and donked one for me. And sept one there. And put that back where it belongs. More Christmas, I think. This one is slightly butchered. It looks very fairy, doesn't it? Does it look Christmassy? I don't know. Annunciation, maybe? Maybe. It's an angel there, so it's going to go in my Christmas. And here we have Declaration of Arbroath, 1320. I know nothing about that. It looks like it could be something Scottish to do with who's running the place. Robert the Bruce, maybe, or somebody. Plenty of these fourth bridges. Shakespeare. I believe Shakespeare was the first person other than the monarch to appear on a British stamp. Interesting. Olympic Games, 1948, isn't it? So just after the war, to the victor the spoils. I'm going to keep it out because I've got a sports going on, a sports collection going on. Here we have Happy Christmas, that kept out. Another fourth bridge. You know what? We'll all be having these soon. Another set. Oh, these are the fantastic Christmas stamps. I do have them, or one. I want one in every collection. I don't want 100 in a collection, unless I'm doing a collection of 100. So these will return. That's that viaduct again. In 1066 and all that. This is Postal Union, Universal, 49. Birds. The complete foursome of birds. Black-headed gull, blue tits, that's going to be a blackbird, hasn't it? Blackbird and robin. 4 Ds, all of them. That's lovely. Split there, but that's nice. Christmas. Dickens. Here's a Dickens of a stamp. 1812 to 1970. He was a great writer. National Grid. Cars. Classic cars, maybe. These are all Ds, so 6 Ds, etc. 2 and 6, that one. It's got a bite out of it. Nice, though. Jubilee, Jamboree for the Scouts. This is all quintessentially British. It's jolly old Britain. Sally Army used to come around the pubs around 9:30 to sell, you know, they wanted to sell their stuff. I don't particularly think they wanted us to give up drinking, because that would have cost them money. Money. Do they still come around the pubs? Are there still any pubs? That's that castle. I wonder if that was what we were looking at yesterday. I cannot remember. Halvings we've seen. Parliamentary Conference. 1961, Mr. Speaker. Point of order. Point of order. 6D. And a threesome on paper, the Cathedrals of Liverpool. It's actually the Metropolitan Paddy's Wigwam, they insultingly call it, so it's the Catholic one. Interesting that they would have the Catholic one on the Queen's stamp. That's, you know, because the Queen is the head of the Church of England. You know, she's the head of billions of Church of England folk, whereas the Pope is the head of the Catholics, billion of them. So, you know, that shows the fairness of Britain. Good old Britain. Jolly old Britain. I do it for them. International Commemorative, I'm like that. How boring is those? Point of order again, Mr. Speaker. Postage stamps, blah blahs. We'll have a look at this one. It's the old King and Queen. Queen Elizabeth, Queen Mother got decimated there with that cancel. 3 more stamps. Let's Concord, Cordial, NTL. Cordial? The French and British conglomeration, and it produced Concorde. A great plane, but too expensive. That's what killed it, I think. The expense of it all. Now they're giving them away. Not Concords. Boeings, which are 5 times the size of it. Battle of Hastings and all that. And finally, this finally stamp. I love a finally. It's the Hovercraft's SRN6. Don't know what any of that means. It's a 1 of threepence. So all of these are decimals. Sorry, before decimalisation. So they're all LSD, pounds, shillings and pence. Yeah, that's a nice ending. It's got something going on that stamp. Has it been... What's that blur? Has the stamp been damaged in some way? I can't tell. Or is it surf? Surf up, bro. Okay, so we'll just have a quick look what's in here. There's a whole bag of them. Yeah, it's the angel arriving. The Annunciata. That is it for now. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Another hot day. I'm loving the weather at the minute. I'll talk to you very, very soon. Thanks for watching, everybody, and talk to you later. Bye for now. Happy stamp collecting.